Welcome back to Popes and Pilots. Let's play some more Europa Universalis 4. We are going for a custom achievement on this competition. We have to grab the Master of India achievement while following a whole bunch of rules. And for Master of India, we have to own, I think, the whole Indian subcontinent. And because of our extra rules, we must keep Genoa the most powerful trade node in the world, which it currently is by quite a decent margin, much better than it started last episode. We have to ignore everything that's overseas. No colonization, no taking land over there, no taking land in the overseas trade nodes. And we have a bunch of extra little rules, all of which you can find down there in the doobly-doo or in my first video of this campaign. And we have not been expanding last episode because we've been expanding so much that we're kind of lagging behind on administrating our empire. Mostly actually having admin points is a bit of an issue. We have a free diplomat, which really does not seem like a thing we should be doing. Now, what do we have? I really want to go and hit Savoy. But unfortunately, they're so friendly with the French that the French won't help me there. So, not sure when we're going to start that war, but that's a war that's going to happen eventually. I do have claims on Savoy. I have claims on Nizza and Toulon. I might want to try and grab a claim on Acisi, because I believe Acisi is still in the Genoa node, where I want all the oomph. We might also be looking into claims on the Milanese. But it seems unlikely that we'll actually take land from them in that war. Feeling like separate peace against the Milanese will probably be for power protection, because they are our rival. Seems like a good idea. So fabricating on Savoy might do something. Not really into attacking Tunis again right now. I have a truce anyway. And the land around here is pretty garbage. I mean, I would like this island, but the island means tussling with a navy, which... And I would like Tripoli for that extra trade power. How long is our truce? I did say I don't want to fight you, but yeah, we still have 8 years of truce. So not super relevant to grab claims there right now, even though, especially though, as I already have a claim still sitting around. We have claims on the Mamluks, and we need to keep the eye against the eye. Wow. We need to keep an eye on their war against the Ottomans, because that seems to be turning around, and we may have a chance of jumping on the Mamluks there. Technically, we could try to fabricate another claim on Mamlukian land and say here, Terribulus al-Sham, which would be very nice to have, being a center of trade in the Aleppo node, where we're going to need power eventually. Right now, it's not very relevant node. Your money is mostly going to Tunis, yeah. Not Tunis, Alexandria. But eventually we want this. But fabricating more claims on the Mamluks is going to be very expensive. Because we already have, what, 3 claims? So the next one's going to cost, what, 40? It takes a while. Then again, Savoy is not cheap either. What else do we have? We have that Serbian option, but it's still a problematic option. What about Naples? And that with France and the Pope, man. Not a war I want. Aragon, still a junior partner of Castile. Yeah, I'm not really seeing where we're going next, if not for those things I mentioned. Obviously, punching the Ottoman would be nice. If they lose the war against the Mamluk hard, there could be a chance on jumping on Mr. O. And we don't have... well, we have 1 claim on them. On an irrelevant province, right? Yeah. Could make some claims on Mr. O. Just in case. So we have the option of jumping on them, or jumping on the Mamluks, depending on how that war goes. Although you have to be super careful jumping on Mr. O, even if they're losing a war. Let's make a claim there, anyway. Let's do it. I can never find that button. There. But probably we're not going to go to war anytime super soon. We should remember... Is it time? I'm wondering when the time comes to click our Golden Age button. And I want to do it when I'm about to spend a lot of monarch points. Still a bit away from taking that Miltech. Obviously we'll still have the Golden Age when we take it, but I want to stretch it for as long as possible. But I also would really like to save on the admin. I know he saves 10 admin here, but does it? No. No, it's the base cost of this is 100, and we are getting a negative multiplier on the base cost. So losing 10% cost here should actually put me, well, save me 10 ducats rather than 4, 10 admin. Which is a lot. Ah, but the territory modifiers. Ah. I'd actually know that that's true. Because the territory modifier is multiplicative. So I'm probably only saving half of that. Yeah, we're saving 10 on the total cost. So we're saving half on the half cost. So probably saving 5. I don't think saving 5 admin is worth taking the idea, the age early. Still have 10 years to go before the age ends. Yeah, let's just do this. Get that core in there. Get those rebels popping off, please. So my army can do other things. Naxos making claims on Smyrna. Now Naxos is a subject of the filthy Venetians, right? Yeah. Those guys I want to fight too. But they are powerful and they have powerful friends. So, ugh. I don't quite see how we're doing that. Even when Castile wasn't willing to join, I don't know. Keep on losing my claims on the Great Horde, but again, it's not my primary expansion vector right now. You guys should certainly be putting your foot down for real here. Mamluks are now the defender of the Sunni faith. That's good, question mark? Well, good is a strong word, but it means that if we attack the Tunisians, we'd be fighting the Mamluks, which we don't want. But I'm not really planning on doing a Tunisian war anytime soon. And it means that nobody else defend of the Sunni faith defending the Mamluks. Right. And I doubt it means that the Mamluks are going to defend the Ottomans. If we do that jump. Not at least if we don't time it correctly. Also, the Mamluks might just lose it. If they lose the war against the Ottomans, they're going to lose their defense of the faith. Which, I mean, that would just be huge. It's just 500 money down the drain and nobody's going to be defender of the Sunni faith. Which is excellent to me. Not going to pick up this idea group yet. It doesn't do tons. Oh, this idea group, this technology. It doesn't do tons for us. And we're 25% ahead of time. Aachen joined the Lubeckian trade node. I should be looking at these. Because we're trading in a lot of nodes. There might have been the option to get somebody into our trade league. It doesn't look like there is. But there might have been. My money? Why is my money so not great? I mean, we're paying for a lot of fort maintenance. Paying a decent amount for our fleet because I believe we're still over fleet limit, but that's not insane. Our army is expensive. Our states are also very expensive. I think I'm running a bunch of edicts. But I think I want to run most of those edicts, right? I think most of them are unrest reduction edicts. Which we are actually interested in. Digital law, religious unity in northern Greece. I think that's correct. Encourage development in Liguria. We certainly don't need. Let's not have that going. Yeah. If I were to run, I don't know if I already am, but if I'm not, this is not a state. If this was a state, we could probably reduce the Idan separatists in Smyrna to 0 and not have to bother with them. But that's also going to fix itself over time. Do I still need this fort in Cyprus active? I do not. No devastation, no rebels. Turn that off. Same goes for you, I believe. Yes, unfortunately Athens is not covered by this fort. Therefore it gets to accrue all that devastation. Not paying for my fort in Genoa. Is that even still a thing? Did I cut it down? I did not. Could consider removing it. But if we go to war with like the Savoyards, I kind of like having a fort here. It's on hills, it's a coastal fort, it's a very harsh defensive point. Probably want to keep that around. Savoy's been excommunicated. Now does that do anything to maybe interest me? It's come home from buttering up the Poles. I mean, I was doing that just so they don't get any ideas. But they don't hate me anymore, they in fact love me. Even though we harbored that hostile adventure. Hostile? Didn't say hostile? Oh, doesn't matter. Everybody would still defend you and nobody would be interested in coming in. Well, except for the Pope. So still the same situation, even though you're excommunicated. Now what does the CB do for me? Does it do anything nice? Half AE, more prestige, and 100% cost. So it's a half AE thing. For conquest, core revocation, core return, all the good jazz. So it's just a better CB than conquest. More prestige and less AE. Mostly less AE. If we could get those rebels to rise, and yes, I could force them to rise. But if I did, they would be way more, and I don't like that idea. I don't want to fight 18,000 separatists. But if we get them to rise, then we could actually start thinking about that war on Savoy. Definitely gonna keep the Ferraran coring for when we click our H button. 94 month. Speak of 94 month, what kind of timer do we have on this raid? 8 years. I want to try and defend my coast against raiders this time. Converted Lesbo. Well, that's nice. If I start converting Scio, then those people are gonna be peeved as fudge. I don't like that. So I'm probably looking into Matrega. Yeah. Or Kaffa. It's gonna take longer, but it's like double. It's essentially, it is double the religious unity gain. I probably want to be looking at Kaffa, and this is a state. We're running feudal de jure law here. So not only are we going to remove a -5 unrest if we swap over to encourage conversion thingy bob here. We're also getting that extra 6 unrest from the active missionary. So they'd be quite unrestful, these Trapezuntines. That seems fine though. It's gonna be fine. Enforce, and then convert within 28 months. Get it done. And please have these two legions rise up. There they go. And as expected, they rose up in a place that we can just run into and crunch them. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Done. Glory Seeker, Army Tradition. Excellent. The Idan Separatists are actually dropping down now because we reduced our overextension by getting cores done. No unrest here. I think that means time to prepare for hitting the Savoyards in the gonads. So let's get my people over there. Diplomat from Venice spying on me. What? How dare they? How dare they? Get those people transport. I don't know how you manage to not transport all the people in 2 goes here with a 10 capacity boat. But you did manage, and that's impressive. I'm impressed, my little boatman. Very impressed. Trade conflict. Lost the Holy Workhouse built against Tunis. Again, I wasn't planning on hitting Tunis anytime soon. Yeah, the Ottomans still catching up on that Mamluk war. Still sitting on 51,000 plus 9. As opposed to 54 plus 40. It's impressive that they're actually catching up. With that disparity there in manpower. Oh no! No one wants to work? What? Did Jacob write this? Anyway. Still want to look at trade company investments eventually. And by the way, my mind got blown by a tiny offhand comment that Pisa made. There's a scroll bar here. There are more trade company investments. Not a lot. There's only governance, which gives me manpower, sailors, more manpower, more sailors, and then marine force limit, and reduce minimum local autonomy. Reduce minimum local autonomy is kind of interesting, potentially, possibly, but it's not. I didn't miss out on much by missing out on that. What I really want is, well, local trade power, and I want the, where is it? Local goods produced for the entire Tunisia area. That's going to be great. Obviously, getting that bonus trade steering will also be great. I believe I can only have one of the big ones, right? Yeah. And I assume the big one is then going to be this one here, the property appraiser. Trade value modifier is actually quite good. If that works how I think it works. Let's check. Trade value. Yeah, this should be the amount that goes into this thing here. So the real goods I care about. So actually trade value modifier is essentially the same as a goods produced modifier. With caveats, of course. It's not the same. But for our purposes, it's very similar. So 10% trade value modifier for the entire Barbary Coast Charter. As opposed to 50% trade steering. So if I had massive trade power here already, then the township would be better. But if I don't, probably 50% trade steering bonus would be better, so we can make more of the money that's here actually go into my place. Yeah, naval force limit obviously nice, but I don't think that's what we're going for. And land force limit is certainly not. Not that we have the money or anything, but it's an interesting thing to talk about. At least I think so. That's what counts, right? Why would you count? Anyway, we have completed transporting all the people from Genoa to Tunisia. Let's grab these people as well. Get them over here. Yeah, do it. And we do see Orthodox Zealots rising up in Kaffa thanks to the thing we did there. Removing the -5 and adding a +6. Trade conflict against Hungary. I don't think that means that you broke free. It does not. Lost a claim on Majar. More hoardy things that I don't super care for. Ottomans almost got all their land back. And they actually have +1 war score now. Aristocrat influence. A half price level 3 discipline guy. That's powerful. Ooh, or a half-price trader. I mean, either of these is great. I'm not big into aristocrat influence. Not that they matter at all. But we lose trader influence, right? You see that correctly? Yeah. We're not currently in charge anyway, but we want them in charge again at some point. Although goods produced is still a great modifier. Maybe goods produced is actually a better modifier for us. I don't know. Both global trade power and goods produced are just very, very good. Maybe I don't care about the flip-flop here. So the question then becomes, do I want that commandant or the trader? I obviously prefer the commandant as a person, because I really like running the 5 discipline. But we have a 10% morale guy, which is extremely similar. We do not have a half-price guy running a dip anyway right now. We could use some dip. And we're still focused on dip, I believe, but I want to focus out of dip in 6 years. And we're behind on dip tech by quite a bit. Then again, as soon as we take admin tech 6, we're going to want plutocratic ideas. Pretty sure, because we just don't have the admin to do like religious or humanist. Can't afford it. So plutocratic is the way to go. And that means we need a lot of mill then. Which makes this guy more interesting. This guy. Yeah, I think I convinced myself here. Grab the commandant. It's not going to be cheap. Even at half price. But I think this is too good to give up. Grab him. And probably just run him immediately. There he is. 6.9. Yeah, this is an excellent guy. Get in there. Alright. Soon ready to make an Ottoman claim. There we go. What is the Ottoman claim that we would be interested in? I mean, I really want Selanik, don't I? Well, that's my main interest. Grab the center of trade. It will be reduced in level by 1, but it will also... Well, we take a level 2 set of trade from the Ottoman and we add a level 1 to our side. So that's a pretty big change around. I wouldn't mind grabbing Negroponte from these filthy Venetians at some point. I forget how trading posts work. I should look into that. Should definitely look into that. So I believe it's a Mercantile Republic thing, which we are. Well, let's grab a claim on Selanik. It's, well, actually. I mean, yes, that's what I want to take. But if we take Selanik, I'm pretty sure we're also taking Tirala, so we don't have we have a land connection here. And Tirala actually has more development, so it's going to be more costly. It's going to be better to have a claim for. If we had released Byzantium, or taken Byzantium as a vassal, we could use their cause here, but we didn't. So we don't. Yeah. Yeah, and Huda Vendigar is not as interesting because it's on the wrong trade node. Yeah. I'm going to take the claim on Tirala. And then I want to check on that trade post thing. How does that work again? So if it belongs, if it's a Merchant Republic thing, then I would assume that it is in a member of my trade league. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure. You have that entrepot. I don't think I can just go and build a trading post here in Albania. No. That's not a thing I can do. There's not a button here that gives me ability to build a trading post. I don't think I can go to the Tunis trade node and say build me a trade post. Can make trading cities, but that's not what we're looking for. The trading cities can place trade posts because they have Merchant Republic mechanics. We are a Merchant Republic, right? Republic with the Merchant Republic thing, with plutocracy. I got confused by this before, whether we are or not a Merchant Republic. I don't remember. Well, let me know in the comments if you know, because I don't know right now. I could look it up, but we're getting close to the end of the episode, so might as well ask you guys for it, right? Trading posts, how do they work? How do I get them? It's of vital importance that we know this. Speaking of vital importance, look at all these filthy Savoyas over there. Milan, Lucca, 3 leagues. Plan, crush Lucca immediately. Let the Pope come in and then start crushing our way into probably Milan. Piecing up Milan for power protection. Care or not care about the 3 leagues. Let's see, it's a lot of mountain stuff we'd have to deal with. And then go get into Savoy. Now the Pope men probably want some Savoy land, won't they? Yes, they want Acchisi and that place, and they might want to take. But I doubt that the 3,000 men the Pope has over here in Avignon will be able to actually take Savoy land with any realistic chance of keeping it. So I don't think I have to be afraid of the Pope taking that land away from me. But we might want to look into rushing that place after we rush Lucca. Let's get our forts up. These ones over here. Do we have to bother with boats? I mean, Savoy has a navy. Doesn't look like much of a navy. There's some Savoyas out here. But I have my decent amount of barks. Woof, woof. And we do have these galleys protecting my Genoa node too. I might have to bring in my galleys and then I get my coasts raided or something, which would be unfortunate. But hey, I don't think we have to be afraid of any of these forts being taken. They're gonna turn on when we declare war. And I'll try to remember turning it off. Yes, I could turn off the automatic turning on. But then I forget to turn that back on, so I'd rather not do that. If we're about to declare war though, am I about to click the button? I think I am. That 10% extra morale of army is going to be huge. And then we can start having it for all the coring and stuff. I guess I click the button as soon as we actually see a battle coming up that we care about. Well, we're going to immediately have the battle in Lucca. And having the extra morale will give us a chance of stack wiping them. I cannot merge these? Oh, are you still transporting people? I don't think so. No, you're all here. I cannot grab you and merge you. What? What is going on? These are not mercenaries. Maybe I need to detach you. No. It's not possible to split our merchant navy units on an automatic fleet transport mission. But I don't think you are, though. Anymore. Okay. Give them a command, undo it, and it'll be fine. Not sure what got into their... got their knickers in a twist there. Have you attached to Armata di Achaia, and then I think we go to war. Beat up those looking something fierce before our rebels annoy us too much, right? Sounds like a plan. Savoy at navy. Nothing worth calling a navy. Yep. And do we take Lucca in the war? Maybe. Ooh, they're only allied to Milan and Savoy, so we could easily co-belligerent them. And not hurt at all for it, and then our taking of Lucca will be a lot cheaper. So that's definitely in the cards. And Lucca is a center of trade in our node, right? We want it. We're gonna have to deal with aggressive expansion, something fierce. And I forget how we're looking on that. It's not great. Is it actually worth going for this war right now? Dang. As much as I want it, I think if we take any reasonable amount of land here, we're gonna have Austria, Hungary, Venice, Aragon. Not sure that Aragon counts. Not sure that Hungary counts. But we're gonna have Austria and Venice and Naples in a coalition against us. Tunis will happily join once our truce ends, as will Toggart. And there's even a chance that we annoy the Ottoman enough. They're the wrong religion and a bit away, so they're probably not going to be super annoyed. But there's a chance we annoy them enough to join. Dang. And yes, we could talk about truce juggling. So make sure that we have truces with people in such a way that there's never 4 of them to actually make a coalition. But we're talking about people like Austria-Hungary and the Ottomans. This is rough. I was so sure I wanted to do this war, but now I'm not. We don't drop a lot of AE, do we? Over time right now? 1.8 yearly? Gee. How close are we to that extra? Ooh, far away from the extra age objective of extra AE loss. Because I took the feudal de jure law, which is a good edict. But it's not extra AE loss, it's AE reduction. There's a good chance we wouldn't end the war in 83 months anyway. So it wouldn't do anything. But still though. Is there anything I can do to reduce or to increase my AE reduction right now? I don't think there's much to do. A bit more impact because of the governing capacity thing. And improve relations. Same thing. I don't know if this war is any good. Because everybody would hate me for it. Like, hate me for it. I'm not sure the French Muscovite... Oh, we have good allies. Maybe that's scary enough. France, Muscovy, the Pope. We're talking like 100,000 guys defending us, which is a lot. Can I make like... Oh, Austria hates me. I was thinking whether I can make somebody like me enough that they are not likely to join the coalition against me. And if it's anybody, it's Austria, right? Same religion at least. That left the empire is gonna go down. Allied to rival. Yeah. Yeah, I am. Let me know in those comments. Right after you told me about trade. What are they called? Trade posts? Or before you do. Whatever. Let me know what you would do. Because I really want to punch Savoy. I really do. And we have a good chance right now to just do it. The war, I think, is just a given. But if we do punch Savoy, I mean, ideally I take Nizza, Toulon, Acesi, and Lucca. And that's 17, 27, 38, 58 development. Right smack dab in the middle of Catholic everything. We do have 50% reduced aggressive expansion. Right? Because of the excommunicated ruler. It's a good reason to do it now. Now 50% is gonna be a joke for the amount that I'm looking to do. But it's still very, very good. How does your ruler, Savoy? 55. Because if they die, the excommunication is going to go away. So that's kind of a limit on our timer. I'm going to put a bit of a think in here, and I'm going to look for your thoughts in the comments. And then next episode, maybe we're going to go for it or not. I don't know. But I should, before I forget it, I'm gonna go ahead and send a diplomat to the Austrians. Just tell them how nice we are. And then I'm gonna pass re-election. Didn't want to make this decision this episode because I have to talk about it a lot. But hey, it's gonna be a bit of a longer episode then, I guess. Let's try to make it quick. So, first off, check the relative. He is garbage, as they tend to be. Second, we are 51 years old. We have a pretty decent chance of living another 4 years. I don't know what exactly the chance is, but I think 51 is okay to re-elect. This Doge has been re-elected 1, 2, 3 times. Now, I'm not going to do the math here because we don't have time for that, but if I remember correctly, the 4th re-election is where the monarch points get really juicy. And yeah, I'm just gonna talk about that more next episode. Try to remember to do it. But I'm gonna re-elect because I think it's very worthwhile to do it right now. So, re-elect him, drop that Republican tradition, get those extra monarch points, put a cut in here, and then try to remember to talk about it next episode. Got admin, which is excellent. Nice. Thank you for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and anything you would like to say to me, you can say to me in that comment section. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.